You want to listen to a podcast?
By who?
Georgia GOP Congressman Doug Collins.
How is it?
The greatest thing I have ever heard in my whole life.
I could not believe my ears.
In this house, wherever the rules are disregarded, chaos and mob rule. It has been said today, where is bravery? I'll tell you where bravery is found and courage is found. It's found in this minority who has lived through the last year of nothing but rules being broken, people being put down, questions not being answered, and this majority say, be damned with anything else. We're going to impeach and do whatever we want to do. Why? Because we won an election. I guarantee you, one day you'll be back in the minority and it ain't gonna be that fun. Everybody, welcome back. Friday's Finest. Yes, we're at the end of the week. Thank you, Lord. We made it. We made it. We made it. It's Friday's Finest. What a week. Michael Cohen on the stand, lying as usual, it appears. That's become the theme of the Trump trial this week. So, but he's also getting caught. And it goes back to the old saying that I've always heard from my grandmother on down, that it's easier to tell the truth because you don't have to keep track of the lies. Michael Cohen has told so many lies. It's become the truth for him in many ways because he don't know the difference. Although this trial is a bogus sham in New York against Donald Trump, the concern is you've got 12 people handpicked on a jury who doesn't care what the facts and doesn't care that there's no crime being committed here. They're just simply out to get Donald Trump. There's a lot going on in the trial. Again, very frustrating. Trial is ending today's Friday. They're not in today because Barron Trump, by the way, congratulations to Barron. Barron is graduating high school down in Florida, and the president is going to be down there to see his son graduate from high school. So congrats to him. A little bit to talk about. I mean, we got James getting a big trip coming up. We're going to call this James Goes to Europe on vacation, European vacation, James style. We're glad to see him getting out and spending some time with the family, but he's going to be joining us first here today. We're going to go over the NFL schedule. Is now out for next year. It looks like I am looking at maybe a December trip to Vegas. The Falcons are playing at Las Vegas Raiders in December out there in Las Vegas. So looking forward to possibly to that trip as we go. A lot of others coming up as well, but we're going to discuss the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything else in between. Maybe a couple more things here on Friday's Finest. Glad to have you with us. We'll be right back. We are experiencing instability at every level. Our government lacks leadership, and Bidenomics has been a disaster. The economy is in a fragile state. Inflation has been a consistent issue. High interest rates have put significant pressure on the real estate market, and there have been major bank failures, and many analysts say a stock market correction is likely overdue. We have global conflicts in Europe and the Middle East that have potential to spread, but gold has soared to record highs even among the tensions. There are so many reasons that Americans should consider investments in gold and silver, and Legacy Precious Metals is the gold standard. I love Legacy Precious Metals because of their zero-hassle, education-first approach. They can help you roll your traditional IRA into a gold IRA or ship metals directly to your house. That's what I do. So go to www.legacypminvestments.com to download their free gold investment guide. And look, I've read it. You need to read it. There's so much valuable information in there. So, friends, now's the time to not roll the dice with your hard-earned money. Find out about the growth potential that gold and precious metals can offer you. Contact Legacy Precious Metals today and tell them that Doug Collins sent you. You might have heard Mike Lindell and MyPillow no longer have the support of the box stores or the shopping channels as the way they used to. They've been part of the cancel culture, so they want to pass the savings directly on to you by having a $25 extravaganza. When Mike started MyPillow, it was just one product company. With the help of his dedicated employees, they now have hundreds of products. Some of you may not even know about that. So to get the word out, I want to invite my listeners to check out the $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-pillow use MyPillows are just $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. There's 6-pack of towel sets, $25. Brand new 4-pack dish towels. You guessed it, just $25. And for the first time ever, the MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, just $25. All orders over $75 will see free shipping too. This amazing offer won't last long, so go to mypillow.com and use the promo code Collins, that's COLLINS, or call 800-986-3994 today. That's promo code Collins. All right, we're back. Friday's Finest, James.
Hello there.
The pre-trip James, getting ready to go here.
Pre-trip James is what they used to call me back in the day in high school, right before I dropped some acid. They were like, oh, it's pre-trip James. He's about to go on a journey. Just kidding. Just kidding, guys. I would never.
Yeah. Well, for those of you who are listening who are not James' mom and dad, I think that was a joke. And
you know what's funny? What's funny is that we were just talking about it the other day. There's a concert. They're doing the Sphere. They're doing the Grateful Dead at the Sphere in Vegas.
Right.
And it's called the Long Trip Tour. And I'm like, how many drug puns can you do for the Grateful Dead? It's got to end eventually, right? I mean, their music is nonsense, which, by the way, if you guys are listening to the show, you're going to hear how much nonsense we think it is going forward, because we got a couple of incredible, by the way, we got some banger episodes coming up where we talk about John Hughes. We went way too deep into John Hughes. I think John Hughes would be a little disturbed at how deep we went into it. Then we did a music episode, and it's about taking your favorite albums and songs with you on a deserted island. Then we have the movie's coming out, and then we got some really cool guests, John McLaughlin and I'm blanking out, Doug.
We got Matt Whitaker. You got
Matt Whitaker, who's a fan favorite on this show, by the way. He's been on multiple times, and we like him. So you guys like him, we'll keep him on.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the schedule has come out. Sorry, I diverted, but I wanted to make sure that people know what's coming up.
Yeah. No, I think it's perfect. That's what I was going to talk about. We got a lot. I mean, John McLaughlin, Matt Whitaker, we got a lot of things going on for the next little bit. So the next few weeks you don't want to miss. Chip, we're going to have the Chip and Kip hour. We'll be back on in a few weeks as well. So just keep that up. We got all kinds of horse racing. For those of you who did not go deep enough in horse racing last time, you're going to get them again. And
we're a Triple Crown show now, damn it. That's all we're going to be talking about.
That's it.
Now.
We're triple crowning this bad boy. As we look, but speaking of triple crowning, as we look at this, the schedule is out, and unlike Caitlin Clark, who is supposedly the hottest ticket in anywhere, supposedly. All right, I'm going to digress here. Here comes the hate mail.
Doug, just let it ride. Just enjoy the moment.
I can't. She's a good gal. She's good women's basketball player. But I was in D.C. this week, and my plane was delayed. I'm stuck in the airport watching in the monitor where I'm getting some dinner, and it was getting ready for her first WNBA game for Caitlin Clark. Great game.
And they covered it like it was the Beatles coming to America?
You would have thought that Michael Jordan had reappeared in 20-year-old form.
That is him. It is. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Until you watch their play.
Okay, she had a rough first game. The girl, listen, every one of those women came out to beat up Caitlin Clark. 5 weeks from now, we're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark as the all-time greatest player on that track. I'm telling you right now, don't overthink it. It's going to happen.
We're on Friday's Finest, James, and everybody knows you is the lovable optimist of the show, and I'm being the crusty cynic. And, because I'm crushing you on things like Richardson and quarterback and Colts.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear wrong about Anthony
and
Richardson
Williams being a complete bust. I think the top 3 picks this year in the quarterback draft are not going to pan out the way they're supposed to.
So what you're saying is J.J. McCarthy is going to be the MVP going forward. Got it. That's what I just heard you say. You said the top 3 won't work out, but J.J. McCarthy will. You heard it here, folks.
I knew the purple and gold magic would, and the purple and gold would come back to fight us here. Although it is not the purple and gold that Joe Biden administration now is directing the DOJ to reschedule marijuana from a Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. Which means that a doctor can prescribe marijuana now. I don't know where they're going to get it from. I mean, there's a whole lot of questions here. But if anything to buy a vote, Joe, you go for it, baby. If it takes a joint to do it, you're willing to have it.
Listen, if you pay college students debt and you give them weed, they're voting.
Gummies for everybody. You get a gummy. You get a gummy.
How funny would it be if he had like a big stage and just Air Force One came over and just dropped all the edibles? What happened to the crowd? We don't know, man. They've been lost for like 6 weeks.
Well, but the problem is with the Joe Biden crowd, it would have to be precision detonation out of the plane because you can't see them.
Oh man.
There's nobody there.
By the way, you spoke with someone. Did they say 100,000 people were at Wildwood?
Yeah, the estimates, this official estimates, by the way, actual city of Wildwood, somewhere between 80 and 100,000.
I've been to Wildwood many times.
Yep.
In that square little beach, that many people in a small square that I saw the thing, that's it's pretty impressive by big old Don.
It is. Look, I mean, like I said, there's a preview of an upcoming guest, John McLaughlin, who basically also rightly said that John Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen can't pull that many people.
Well, they shouldn't because they're terrible. But wait, we can keep talking about New Jersey here though / New York.
Okay.
Did you see? And if you haven't, Doug, please pull this up. The new uniforms for the New York Giants.
What I mean, who did they tick off? I mean, who did they make mad?
I think John Mara is starting to lose his sight and his mind. I mean, he's sticking with Daniel Jones. He let Saquon Barkley go, and now he's got these uniforms. There should be some, because if these are the uniforms you go, and they put the fact that those players have to put them on. How many people said no before they said yes? Because I'm not wearing that.
But please God, tell me they're not wool. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, it's supposed to like be some representation of when the Giants. No one wants that. Do you remember the Bumblebee uniforms from the Steelers? How ugly those were. Leave that stuff in 1940 where it belongs.
Yeah. And again, I guess what you get is, well, explain to me. I mean, because you're my insight into Jersey and New York sports. I mean, who's excited? I mean, the Knicks right now, and I know you're not.
The Knicks and Rangers got New York City going insane right now.
Is it really that?
As of right now, people are losing their mind. But when this is over, if the Yankees if either of these teams win anything, New York City will be on fire, and it's going to be awesome. But since most likely neither of them are going to win,
yeah. Well, I mean, the Rangers have came back and made it.
I think the Rangers have the game.
They're 3-2, aren't they?
I think they have a game tonight. They're up 3-2. They won the first 3, and then they lost the last 2. But the Knicks, they're 1 win away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they're going to lose to Boston. And anyone who knows basketball knows that's going to happen. They're too injured. But after that, New York is going to be focused on one thing and one thing only. Sure, baseball exists. It's will Aaron Rodgers tear his other ACL when he comes out for the San Francisco game? That is all New Yorkers who are Jets fans are going to be thinking about. And all the Giants fans are going to be thinking, why do we still have Daniel Jones?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but before we had to get a schedule here, I mean, I love Friday's Finance because this just goes completely off the rails most of the time anyway. Is it just me, or is Aaron Rodgers getting more and more vendetta-esque?
He's losing his mind. Didn't he just take a shot at Trump for no reason?
Well, he takes shots at everything, but now he's.
What's what I'm saying? But it was just kind of like, I don't care. Listen, you don't have to like Trump or Joe Biden, but you're not in politics.
No.
What are you just taking random shots for?
Well, and then you get it, and then he gets into and again, I fully say this may be true, may not be true. I'm not making a comment either way, but then he gets into this Bohemian Forest thing in Hollywood and this, underage sex trafficking and all this other kind of, I mean, it's just like I said, I'm not saying I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but it's just like every time he now comes on, it's like, where is he coming from?
You know how you know it's bad?
Yeah.
When you can't do the McAfee show. If you can't do that show, you can't do anything.
Oh, yeah. By the way.
Because they bought it. Did you see what they did yesterday?
No.
They bought a car live on the Mecum auction on the show.
What did they buy?
They bought a 2002 Escalade for $22,000 live because the Mecum auctions were in Indianapolis. They bought it for one of their staff members. $21,000, I think it was, and they bought it live, and you can see it go. They're playing it, and it goes sold, and they all lose their mind. It's the best show on television. I don't care what anyone says. I agree with you. And it's so good. I mean, it's entertainment. It's
like giving fraternity kids money. It's just like, here, spend it.
They're like, oh, well, I don't want to hear it doesn't have like real analytical information. I'm like, do you know the guests that they have on give all the information you need?
Yeah.
And then you get the small reprieve of the idiots.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the show.
Okay. This is our last dive before we don't get in. Okay. You got the toxic table with Connor and the other guy.
Yep.
and then you got the one half of the hammer. I don't get that.
Tone Diggs?
No, the guy that sits at the table with the cowboy hat.
Yeah, that's Tone. That's Tone Diggs.
Okay, who's the other half?
I think the toxic table is one half, and then he's the other half, or he's half, and I think he has a gambling show later on that he does.
Okay, with the hammer.
I think I'm not 100%.
They go Dot the hammer.
Yeah, half. Yeah,
and then they got the four Donette. I guess we can't call them the Danettes because of Patrick, but I guess it's the Patettes in the control room.
You got the control room, and then it's either Darius Butler or whoever, and then obviously AJ. I mean,
where does AJ only do the second hour?
AJ does the second and third hour, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Why does he not do the first hour?
He's probably. I think. Well, they always make fun of him because he's got like 47 kids, so he's probably watching.
And he only got like 4. I mean,
yeah.
Like,
but no,
I was like introducing Ryder Cup champion. It's just like,
you know what it is too. I think there's this part of me that grew up watching SportsCenter. Yeah. And it was occasionally fun, and they made it interesting.
Booyah!
Yeah, like we had the best, obviously we had the best. They had the best hosts, and then all of a sudden it just
before Oberman lost his mind.
Yeah, well, Dan Oberman just was like, I am going to find a way to piss off every person I've ever met and talk about them.
Yeah, Keith Oberman is terrible, and Dan Patrick's still pretty good if you listen.
Oh no, his show's great too. But that's the other thing; it's 4 guys that are having a good time, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why people like that show.
But the funny thing is when they goad the McAfee show, when they goad guests into saying stuff. Yeah. And it's just, I mean, I like that. I watch it when I'm at my office and it's noontime. I'll eat lunch and I watch it. Then.
Oh.
So it's.
Did you just have Spider-Man reflexes there, Doug? What did I just watch?
Yeah.
Are you a superhero?
Yeah, right over here, as she always is, Cree is sitting right next to us here. And my little angel, Shih Tzu, decided to turn around and get back on her pallet a little better so she could, I guess, see me. And my water cup was right there. That was pretty good.
That was the fastest I've ever seen you move, Doug. I'm surprised. You must have been an athlete in high school with those reflexes.
Well, many years ago. But actually, you'd be impressed because I didn't touch the mic, and so that's
it was the whole thing. We're gonna replay that in slow motion and just show it. We're gonna play the Spider-Man music.
We got the new intro coming. We got the new intro coming. I love it. But but McAfee's just hilarious.
Yeah, I kind of took from them when we had Changali on, and he said, I said, what I heard you say was the Vikings are going to be terrible for the next few years. He goes, I didn't say that. And I was like, no. That's exactly what you said. Because it's easier to make fun of that. But
that's exactly what you said. We got it. And all. What was it? Oh, my God. Okay.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, we're off on a tangent again. On McAfee show the other day, have you seen the episode a few weeks ago, and about a week or two ago, on the racist turtles?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Oh my God, I'm still dying. I mean, and the thing is so funny is Pat acts just like a 20-year-old. I mean,
yeah, he still is. He's still got that part in his brain.
They play that video of that turtle, and I mean, he's jumping up and down. He's dying laughing.
First of all, I've never seen that before. That is the funniest video.
Oh my God! It's
what
hilarious.
The hell is that? I'm sure the fact that I haven't seen a scientist explain it to me yet is upsetting. I'm like, all right, well, now we got racist turtles, and then what's funny is like, because on our show we do the panda thing. They did a panda thing like 3 or 4 weeks ago, but they were talking about how like pandas aren't real, and the China Zoo just proved us right a couple weeks ago. So.
Yeah, when they have the painted dogs.
I was genuinely surprised that wasn't in like some crappy town in America where they have like a half zoo. Like we have one called like the Catskill Zoo or whatever, and there's like 4 animals there, and one of them is like somebody's pet. I gotta find it in New Jersey. It's pretty bad, but it's funny to be there.
Oh yeah. All right, moving away from McAfee for a second, let's move into the schedule. The NFL schedule is out. Yes. And the one that is being worn around more than a cheap suit is the Kansas City Chiefs. A story's out there that says, and it's true, they play on every day of the week next season except Tuesday.
And they have every right to be because I
think they win it again.
Oh no, They will win. I don't know how I genuinely don't know how they lose. The only answer would be that Josh Allen is now freed from the shackles that was Stephon Diggs. And he thinks that we're going to replace them. We're going to replace Stephon Diggs. They said they're playing Bills Mafia Moneyball is because they replaced Stephon Diggs with 4 different receivers.
Yeah.
Unless Josh Allen just lets it all go and can find a way to win and their defense steps up dramatically.
Yeah.
Maybe the Bengals. Joe Burrow's injury is everything. Because to me, the Bengals are the number 1 contender if they have Joe, besides the Chiefs if they have Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Because Joe Burrow wins games.
Hi. You here to see everybody? There we go. Say hey, James.
I didn't know that she was an NFL analyst.
Yeah, she said, I have to step in here, James. I have to tell you that I've watched this, and I believe the Falcons are not going to do anything, and that we'll have to just see. But she got interested in whatever you were talking about there for a second, so she's back.
Yeah, because she misses Joe Burrow. But like all women, she finds Joe Burrow attractive. And that's why she jumped in front of the screen.
Yeah, she had to see if Joe Burrow – she said, Joe Burrow's here?
Now, I'm looking at week 1 here. First of all, the matchups are great because we got Chiefs, Ravens to start the whole thing on Thursday. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Then it's Green Bay Eagles. That's going to be a fun matchup. 2 young quarterbacks going at it. Then we have the didn't spend enough bowl and spent way too much bowl. The Falcons and the Steelers.
Oh my God.
Think about the dichotomy of.
Yeah,
I think they spent $1.2 million on Russell Wilson, and they gave up like half a pick for what's his name in Chicago, Justin Fields, and you guys spent $180, I believe it was on someone named Kirk Cousins. I don't know him very well.
Look, I've told you, I figured this out. I know why the draft went like it did. It's because tonight in Atlanta, Arthur Blank is having a fundraiser for Joe Biden.
Oh, right. And people who do that are kind of lunatics.
Well, it just shows that they have no clue about football anyway. First week, the first out of the block, the Bears at home against the Titans. That'll be at least interesting.
It'll be good to watch Caleb Williams light up the Titans defense, and you can eat your words.
Interception day.
3 intercept, Doug. I will put every dollar I have left, which is like $7.08, because I've already booked a lot of Airbnbs. I'm telling you right now that Caleb Williams is throwing at least 2 touchdowns in his debut, and he's going to win that game for them.
Okay, we'll get closer to that, and we'll take that up on another Friday's Finest. Because right now, I'm gonna save you from yourself at this point on that one.
Oh, the Vikings are playing at the Giants? Of course I'm not home.
Wow, yeah, that's like home turf for you there.
Yeah, man, I've gotten yelled at a lot of those stadiums.
Yeah.
That's a great. The Giant Stadium is trash, but
they start out. The Raiders start out with the Chargers.
Yeah, that's a great matchup. You guys get to find out exactly what Jim Harbaugh is up to. You get to see him on the sideline making that weird face where he's not sure if he's got to go to the bathroom or not.
Hey, wait! This is if I'm the Jets, I don't want this first game.
Hell no. He's going to tear his other ACL so fast.
Well, it's a Monday night football. They put him back on Monday night for the first game of the year.
I know. I'm dying.
Who hates them so bad?
Nah, there's some guy that probably used to work for the Green Bay Packers, and they're just like, let it burn.
Yeah, and then put him against the 49ers. So it's like, wow.
Yeah, so he's guaranteed to but this time it's at the Levi Stadium. So they have grass, I believe, so he won't die.
Yeah, it's going to be there.
But their first home game, he will.
Yeah. The interesting thing is there's some highly matchups around coming up. In Atlanta has a fairly brutal first 5 weeks. They got Kansas City, they've got Steelers, they've got I think Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'll look at it right now. I'll tell you right now if I can find the Falcons. Hello,
we got Philly on Monday Night Football the second week.
Yeah, they have a tough schedule. Jeez.
Yeah, we're not.
So right off the bat, Atlanta in a row goes Miami. Wait.
Here's an interesting one. Week 2.
Oh, that's the preseason.
Week 2, Bears and Texans.
Yes, the battle of the two future quarterbacks of the NFL that will take over.
Yeah, one and then the wannabe. Bengals and Chiefs, week 2.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. If Joe Burrow is not ready, that's going to be an onslaught.
There's going to be some good games here. Raiders, Ravens, week 2. Okay, that'll be interesting. Here we go.
It'll be interesting to see Brock Bowers catch no footballs.
Well, I mean, look, we know what drafting a tight end and never throwing him to looks like in Atlanta. So, hey, pretty obvious.
Let's not do it. Let's not repeat ourselves.
Yeah, let's history doesn't always repeat it, but it often rhymes. And in Atlanta, we're a dadgum poet. All right, I'm jumping all the way to week 17 to see, because again, a lot of these matches. Oh, also one thing we didn't talk about is the foreign games. Actually, the first game of the year is in Brazil.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I love that they're like, you know what? We're going to force this global thing down everyone's throats, and if they don't like it, they don't have to be a part of it.
And they'll pack out every stadium. That'll be the crazy part.
Every stadium.
There's 3 in England and 1 in Germany and 1 in Spain, if I'm not correct. Or two in England, 2 in Spain, 1 in Germany, 1 in Spain.
Yeah, Vikings Jets are in England.
Yeah. That'd be good. Here's you a Christmas Day, 1 o'clock, by the way, on Netflix. Let's give it up for Netflix pulling big money and getting 2 games on Christmas Day. Basketball is dead on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's disgusting, and I hate everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, the NBA ought to just be crying, because and look at who they put. They put the Chiefs, and on the 25th, they put Chiefs Steelers and Texans Ravens.
Well, Roger Goodell might as well have just walked into Adam Silver's office and peed on his desk.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did. He walked right into his office and said, Christmas is mine now. Have a wonderful evening.
Have a wonderful life.
Yeah. Happy Hanukkah. Like,
yep, you're done.
Good luck.
Thanks for playing.
You might want to pick another holiday. How about Thanksgiving? Yeah. Oh, no, wait. That's ours too.
Yeah.
Look at, I think that whole week, hold on. I think, I don't know what this is. I think the NFL week
17.
Hold on. NFL schedule. No, I don't need the release. The whole point is I think there's 6 games out of 7 days that week.
There are.
6 days out of 7 days.
It's got a Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, Monday, and they still got some to go. So they may actually end up being a Saturday there as well.
Yeah,
the problem
I'm telling you right now, they're coming for everyone.
Yeah, but the problem is the Saturday would get into
here we go.
Yeah, the Saturday would get into the part of the college football playoffs.
19th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd.
And then
25th, 26th.
Yeah.
29th, 20. I mean, it's insane.
Yep. I agree.
And you know what? I'm going to watch every single game because I'm a psychopath, much like you are, when it comes to football.
All of them will.
They're finding out. They're finding out what our tolerance is. They're like, I wonder how far we can push these idiots. Will there be an oversaturation? And to answer your question, NFL, probably not.
Probably not. Well, and here's an interesting part. They've not even scheduled the Week 18 games yet.
They don't need to.
No, they don't. So they can pick and choose. Like you've got a Washington Cowboys game. Let's just say the Redskins are actually good, and they could move that to like an evening game. You got Kansas City and the Broncos. Let's just say by stroke of magic, Bo Nix has led the Broncos to a possible playoff berth, and you got the Chiefs. I mean, there's your Monday night game. I mean,
for the record, if Bo Nix works out, you're gonna have to find my body somewhere.
Well, you're gonna have to. Right? You got to strap Chip down too, so that's another issue.
He'll be so excited. Here's the other thing. I'm looking at the Chiefs. I just decided to look at the Chiefs' schedule.
Yeah.
They have Baltimore week 1. That's a tough matchup. They have Cincinnati week 2. That could be a tough matchup. They have Atlanta. I don't know what that's going to be yet, but Kirk Cousins can absolutely spin it, and you guys have weapons everywhere. The Chargers, I don't know what they are yet.
Nobody.
I don't think the Chiefs have the schedule. I think they have a tough schedule ahead of them. They got a bunch of playoff teams in here.
The Chiefs are an 11-6 team that wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to be the odds-on favorite.
Just like last year.
But they got some matchups in here.
Yeah.
Atlanta's not going to be easy. The Chargers, I think they're going to have a new regime with Jim Harbaugh. New Orleans is going to suck. I don't care what anyone says. The team's trash. San Francisco 49ers are going to be good. Nobody knows what the Raiders are yet, but they love their head coach, and that's a team you can root for.
Yeah.
So they could be, that's something they could work behind. Tampa Bay is not going to be a bad football team.
No, I mean, I think our guy Chan has told us, that Baker's. But I think if you could let Baker settle into an offense that he likes,
Baker's found a home.
I mean, I think you're going to see a decent player out of him.
Yeah.
This idea that Atlanta is all of a sudden just going to be walk the South. Look, I only think the only bad team
definitely
is Carolina.
not. Yeah, the only team that's I just don't trust New Orleans. I don't trust Derek Carr right now.
No.
That whole situation. But look, then they got Denver, which is a division game. You never know. The Bills are going to probably be good.
Yeah.
Carolina's going to suck. They got the Vegas again. They got Chargers again. I don't know if this is a walkthrough for Kansas City. I do, however. I want to look at the Viking schedule real quick. Take a moment here.
The Miracle Vikings.
The Miracle Viking. You can call them whatever you want, but okay.
Probably
looking at it right now.
Probably won't be NFC North champion, but other than that, okay.
That's for sure. So we got the Giants coming up, and if they wear those jerseys, we're going to kick the crap out of them. But then there's San Francisco. We're going to get beat. Houston, we're going to get beat. Green Bay, we're going to get beat. Then we go to London. God knows what's going to happen over there against the Jets. Then we got Detroit. That sucks, okay? I want to talk about this for a moment and tell the NFL, what are you doing? What do you want to see if Sam Darnold's got what it takes to be the worst quarterback in the NFL? Because the answer is yes if you put that schedule in front of us.
But you got JJ.
JJ better be on the bench the entire season waiting it out. If he steps on the field, Doug, things have gone wrong. I keep telling my dad this. If we see JJ this season and it's not from the very beginning because everyone on our team died, I'm telling you right now, things have gone terribly wrong.
Okay, I'll lay it out here for you. I'll put a good Diet Coke on it. Diet Coke on it. You see J.J. McCarthy by week 5.
Oh, man, why are you and my dad doing this to me? Do you hate me?
No, I'm just being honest.
You just know Sam Darnold's that bad, and I have way too much belief.
We speak the truth, and we're also the ones that told you Santa Claus didn't exist. Okay, this is
It took him way too long to tell me that, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I hope my kids aren't listening. My kids, particularly my wife, listening to this podcast because I just broke news to them. So, and they're 20.
Yeah, this whole time they're like, "Dad, are you serious? I thought all those presents came out of nowhere."
Oh yeah, they just popped in there.
Do you real quick? Do you remember how you found out?
No, not really.
Because I remember vividly. Is the video we went under my mom's bed to look for stuff because me and my brother, of course, were looking for gifts. And I guess it was 3rd, maybe 4th. I don't know what grade it was. I might have been too old. Who cares? The point is that I was old enough and I looked and it said from Santa. And me and my brother both looked at each other and were like, oh, well, that sucks.
Well, at least you didn't find other things you wasn't supposed to find underneath mom and dad's bed.
That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. That's the last thing. Yeah. Hey, Mom, what's this? No, put that down. But in all seriousness, like I remember, I don't know. I just remember that memory very clearly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was. I really wish I could tell you. I can't. So I don't know.
I'm going to be in. All right. Well, the word's out. I'm going to be on a road trip, but I'm going to be in Los Angeles. I'm going to be around the LA area. It's like an hour, 2-hour drive in October. I think I might go to that game. It's Vikings Rams.
There you go. Get to see
7:15 on a Thursday. I'd be willing to do that. Yeah, I get to see that beautiful place. See if it's what it all cracks up to be.
Yeah, there you go. See.
And then, of course, there's the Indianapolis Colts. Ugh, no thanks.
Yeah, well. Again, that's a win for y'all. We got.
No one has made that.
They don't
place
have
less
a quarterback.
appealing.
They don't have a quarterback. So.
Yeah, Doug. Why do you do this? Why do you get me all riled up? They have the quarterback of the future. They have 2 good wide receivers. You know what? Fine. Have your little moment right now because, yes, he got hurt.
And I hate that for him. I hate that for him because he could have found out last year if he'd have just stayed that this ain't for him.
Man, I'm telling you right now, Indianapolis is going to win that division this year. going. No, they can't. The Texans are in it. So
I was thinking saying,
anyway,
and McAfee's going to come back and kick. Yeah, okay, I get it.
You know what? Did you hear they were talking about a story where he almost showed up for the Bucks and won a Super Bowl, but the paperwork didn't work out or something? How funny is that? Could you imagine going through that knowing you could have won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady? Anyway, by the way, did you hear Tom Brady talk about he's like, I'm fine with the jokes about me, about his big the Netflix the roast? Yeah. And then he said, I'm fine with the jokes about me, but I don't like that it affected my family. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, I don't get that one either.
Just don't. He never should have done it in the first place, but I'm glad we got some of the highlights out of it.
Well, like I said, I think we talked about this with Chip a week or so ago. At least it brought back, I mean, in a sense, whether you like it or not, I mean, it brought back, it took down the barriers of political correctness again. And
for sure.
And it was empty. Well, I think, look, folks, if you, no matter what it is on the schedule, we're going to talk about this a lot more. We got in the month of July, we'll have training camp starts. We have August, a few preseason games, and then we'll have, of course, we're going to be discussing this a lot. Have Shane Gailey back on, have some others, and we'll have college football coming on. Back around here at the end. So a lot going on football, but the new schedule's out. Make your plans. We may take a Doug Collins podcast roadshow, and if we do, we'll see you in these cities, and we would love to have you be a part if we take a part in this. But the one thing about it is the NFL is dominating the world, and they're just proving it now. I think, James, we both say the real loser out of the NFL football schedule reveal was the NBA.
Correct.
Yep, NBA.
Don't worry, NBA. Yep. Your time comes around March.
Yeah, it looks like they'll, remember those old commercials? It's Christmas Day with LeBron and Magic and all that. Nope.
Yeah, they used to have the best commercials. They had one where they were shooting in the song Jingle Bells. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Not going to happen anymore.
Now it's over.
Not going to happen anymore.
We'll get him back.
Dun, dun.
Roger Goodell's got his coming. Don't you worry.
It's NFL. It's NFL filmed. It's the old tundra of Minnesota.
The Raiders.
Here we go. All right, folks, we love you. We're glad you're part of the show. Thanks for sitting with us on Friday at Finest. Got a lot coming up. As James talked about the first show, we've talked about it. Just be ready for the next few weeks. We love you. We'll see you next time on the Doug Collins Podcast.